Now, joining me right now with her thoughts on all of this, conservative commentator Gina Loudon. Gina, good to see you. You're out there in California.
Good to see you.
What are you hearing from people that are Bernie Sanders supporters? If he does not succeed tonight in California, is he going to be out?
I actually think the damage was done earlier today, Trish. When the AP said what they said, I heard from a lot of Sanders supporters who said, hey, can you tell me how to get in touch with the Trump people? Because I'm fed up with the establishment. I can't believe that the press has done this. I can't believe the way Hillary is acting. I will not support the establishment. Point me in the right direction. And they're not necessarily saying they're becoming Republicans either. I think this is more an anti-establishment stand that I think Donald Trump is going to definitely reap some benefits from.
Well, you heard Donald Trump earlier this evening in his speech in Westchester County. He propositioned, so to speak, those Bernie Sanders supporters and said, look, you know, we need you over here. We welcome you over here, and really highlighted how unfair he thinks this entire super delegate system is. We just heard from a Bernie Sanders supporter who said he's not going to Trump. However, he did hope that Bernie Sanders would be able to have some influence over the whole process so that 4 years from now, the Democrats wouldn't be dealing with this super delegate system. The super delegate system, which, you know, frankly, Gina, has made it very challenging for someone like Bernie Sanders, who may have had some popular support, to actually lock up the nomination.
Yeah, I do think that we're going to see a good portion of his supporters jump, and we'll just have to see how many that actually is in the end here. But I don't think that Hillary continuing to walk and talk like establishment, and even the GOP continuing to walk and talk like establishment, like they're tone deaf to everything that Trump has accomplished. In a single shot, Trish, Trump has effectively dismantled the GOP establishment, the Democrat establishment, the media establishment, and now he's going for the judicial activism establishment. And I just think that there's a record of winning here that people are looking at and thinking, I want to be part of that team.
Well, it's really quite incredible when you consider what he's done, given that he had no real political background. But that seems to be, Gina, what people like the most right now, that he's not a wind-up doll, a wind-up politician that's reading from a teleprompter. Exactly. We did see him read, actually, from a teleprompter tonight. He did a pretty good job at it. But, you know, this is one of the challenges, I would think, for Hillary Clinton. And I know you're a Trump supporter, so you have a bias in all this. But if you were, you know, if you were trying to put your hat on the Democratic side and try and help Hillary Clinton as a candidate, going up against someone like Trump, what is it that you think she needs to do to be more competitive?
Put the establishment, politics 101 book to the side, Hillary, and speak from your heart, assuming that it's in there still. It's been so long since I saw anything come out of her that felt in any way authentic. Like, part of me wants to like her just a little bit, so that I can have a little more balance in my brain these days. But I watch her and I just think, I just don't believe anything she says, Trish. And I think even her own supporters that I talk to, they agree with me about that they don't believe most of the things she says.
She's just a poor candidate. And, you know, you think back to how tremendous her husband was at campaigning and at relating to people and remembering people, remembering their names. All of that matters when you're on the campaign trail. It really does. And I wonder, you know, could he have not maybe taken her aside and given her a little bit more advice on, you know, try and do this or try and do that? But, you know, maybe it's just a chip you have or you don't. And maybe she just didn't quite have that campaigning chip.
Maybe she doesn't want to hear from him.
But I do.
Maybe she doesn't want his advice. Maybe she doesn't really want him anywhere near the campaign, and she deploys him. She's the one who's telling him where to go and what to say. And if you look at where he's been all over the map this primary season, he goes to the places that she doesn't want to go. He goes to the smaller states, to the smaller venues, and she goes and tries and have the big rock star rallies that Bernie has been able to whip up. So I think she's very much in control. And he, by the way, has lost a lot of luster. The former president he's certainly a step slower and much more prone to missteps than he ever was on his own campaign trail.
All right, we're going to have to leave it there. Thank you so much, Gina Loudon.
Thanks,
we're going to stay here with our whole panel as we continue watching